A Step into the Past Volume 24 Chapter 9. Book 24 Chapter 09, The Grand Banquet at the Palace of Qi. On the way to the palace, Xiang Xiaolong observed that the roads leading to the small city where the palace was located was packed with numerous carriages and they were traveling at a snail's pace. He could not help but praised himself for making the excellent choice of riding a horse. Riding along the walkway or squeezing between carriages according the available road conditions with Yao Sheng and his team, they agilely and swiftly made their way towards the palace. Wherever he rode, people started staring at him. Regardless of girls from rich families or the wives of officials, everyone pulled aside their carriage curtains to catch a glimpse of his elegant demeanor, wanting to see for themselves the appearance of this man who is able to win the heart of talented Lady G. Of course Xiang Xiaolong would not disappoint them. With a warrior headband around his forehead, an exquisite inner shirt and a long and huge cape, he was particularly outstanding. In addition, his back is straight, his handsome features are well defined and the corner of his lips is portrayed in a somewhat faint smirk. Coupled with the world-famous 100 battle saber hanging around his waist, he exudes a mesmerizing charm that would overwhelm all the beauties under the sky. Yao Sheng and the others share his glory too. With puffed chests and straightened backs, they are awe-inspiring in their own right. Overtaking every carriage they met, they soon came to the entrance of small city. The imperial guards solemnly saluted Xiang Xiaolong upon laying their eyes on him. Xiang Xiaolong, on the other hand, is feeling as calm as still water, beyond the reaches of happiness or sadness. Before he set off, he meditated for a full 2 hours before taking a shower and getting a change of clothes. He can feel his own alertness and energy level at a peak that he has never attained before. Brimming with hope and confidence, he can feel that he is in complete control of everything that is about to happen. The troubles in life will repeat themselves endlessly. Since he left Xianyang and took his first step into the battlefield, he has been living under immense stress and danger every second of his life. When he became a fugitive, he was forced to make life and death choices on an hourly basis. Up till this point when he was about to pit his skills against this behemoth of swordsmanship for a clear-cut victory and trek through countless hills and cross numerous rivers to return to his warm and inviting home, he felt as if his entire life has accomplished an incredible sense of fulfillment. He must always remind himself of this wonderful feeling. Although the sounds of people and carriages are conjured around him, he felt as if they are a long distance away from him. Everything that enters his sight seemed to be surreal. The only genuine sensations he can experience are his own body and the movement of the horse. He is deeply entrenched in this amazing time travel dream, sinking to the innermost sanctum of it. There, he is beyond salvation, beyond redemption, and cannot even wake up even if he wants to. Out of the blue, someone called out, "Great General," taking his out of his stupor. Xiang Xiaolong reduced his horse riding speed and turned his head in the direction of the voice. 3 carriages behind him, he noticed someone sticking his head out of the carriage window and is waving at him. It turned out to be Guo Kai. The Zhao riders surrounding Guo Kai's carriage saluted him. Xiang Xiaolong held his horse on the same spot. After much difficulty, the carriage managed to catch up from the back. Guo Kai sighed, "I finally get to meet Xiaolong. In Shaochun, we were facing each other but I did not recognize you. Now, we can officially talk with our real identities. Empress Jing has been pining for you." This crafty ghost Guo Kai has aged considerably, becoming so fat that his face is completely round, losing much of his past grandeur. Although Xiang Xiaolong disliked him and knew that he is scheming against himself, he pretended to be intimate with this old friend, chuckling, "Chancellor Guo must be living a good life without worries and stress, causing you to put on weight. If we met on the streets, I may not be able to recognize you." His gaze shifting to the 100 battle saber, Guo Kai emotionally remarked, "Back in the past, the late king made a wrong decision and placed his trust in Zhao Mu. Otherwise, not only would Xiaolong and I still be best friends, we may even be partners working hand in hand to resist our common enemies." Adjusting his horse to match the slow speed of the carriage, Xiang Xiaolong is rotating between occasional stops or sluggish canter. With Yao Sheng and his compatriots escorting him from the front and back, they are inadvertently drawing more attention to themselves. Crossing into small city, the celebratory aura in the air is even more prominent than before. Every household is lavishly decorated with lighted lanterns and red banners while the sound of firecrackers popping consistently invaded his eardrums. Xiang Xiaolong bitterly laughed. Unfortunately, there is no AA otherwise in real life. For example, after a man has died, he cannot be brought back to life. Even if you can re-experience a past moment of your life, things will still turn out the same way. Of course Guo Kai is unable to comprehend the true essence of his feelings. Continuing his previous topic, he added, reminiscing about the past, one cannot help but feel emotional. Nevertheless, an outstanding talent will shine wherever he goes. Xiaolong is a fine example. Xiang Xiaolong was restless, being able to sense that an emotional Guo Kai is exhibiting rare honesty, given his deplorable character, due to his knowledge about tomorrow's event. From his point of view, Xiang Xiaolong would either perish under the hands of Cao Quidao or the ambush that he has laid. Why is he feeling so confident? Did he really correctly guess that Xiang Xiaolong is prepared to slip away tomorrow night? Unless there is a spy within the song and dance troupe who had told him that Xiang Xiaolong has been delivering instructions in a manner that resembles a dying man reading out his will, an outsider should not have been able to make such a wise deduction. At this juncture, his mind suddenly recalled Zhu Zihuchen's personal maid Little Ninger. He had suspected that she was the one who stole the song sheet for Zhang Chuan but was unable to prove it. If Guo Kai managed to get in touch with Zhang Chuan, they could easily track Xiang Xiaolong's activities. All along, Guo Kai is a clever and scheming person. Observant and sharp, he is able to link small incidents to a bigger picture. Moreover, he is knowledgeable about Xiang Xiaolong's character and it is not impossible for him to lay an inescapable ambush. If this is proven to be true, the element of danger for tomorrow night would be significantly higher. Besides ambushing the road back to the city, the Yan and Zhao attackers may extend their ambush to cover other areas. To make it worse, nobody else can help him. This has to be a solo battle. Guo Kai was astonished. What is Xiaolong thinking about? Xiang Xiaolong plainly state, I was thinking that if Chancellor Guo were to send someone to try and kill me, I would not bear any hatred against you. Guo Kai violently trembled, but I would not feel good about it. If not for Xiaolong sparing my life at Han Dan's hostage residence years ago, I, Guo Kai, would not be able to accomplish what I have today. This development is truly regrettable. Xiang Xiaolong did not expect him to remember that incident and his goodwill towards him increased by a few notches. However, he did not know what to say for the time being. Guo Kai suddenly questioned, back then, Lady Ni left a son after passing away. Did he follow Xiaolong to Xianyang? Why didn't I hear anything about him? Lady Ni is a good lady, someone worth commemorating. Unfortunately, heaven is jealous of her beauty. Suppressing the tsunami erupting in his mind, Xiang Xiaolong is conscious that Liu Bui's willful spreading of Xiao Pan's questionable heritage is akin to throwing a huge boulder into a pool of still water, throwing up many scenarios and questions. For example, Guo Kai is now suspecting that Xiao Pan is Ying Zheng himself. This is no laughing matter. If Liu Bui gets wind of this and matching the testimony of the couple he kidnapped from Han Dan, this would become a debate they cannot hope to win. He instead replied, grieving for his mother's passing, the kid refuses to eat or drink during the journey. Due to the harsh traveling conditions, he eventually succumbed to illness and death. Guo Kai acknowledged with an aorha, but his expression tells Xiang Xiaolong that he had already anticipated this answer from him. No longer keen to stick around him, Xiang Xiaolong bid farewell and pushed the horse to go faster. Overtaking 10 odd carriages in a row, he entered the palace. The palace of Qi was extravagantly adorned and it was an imposing sight. The throne and the VIP tables are located on the top of Hung Gong platform, numbering close to 100. At the square below Hunggong platform, over 1,000 tables were neatly arranged. They were assigned to the lower-ranking civil and military officials, as well as the rich tycoons or educated scholars who are invited to the banquet. The performing stage for the song and dance routine is the raised stage in the center of Hunggong platform. The musicians are based on the lower level and facing the throne. Within the palace, every available spot is crowded with people who are dressed to the nines. For the ladies, they cannot avoid competing with each other in terms of their dressing. Covered with a blanket and lying down, the King of Qi is at Dianzhong platform, the lower deck of Hunggong platform. With a delighted expression, he was busy receiving congratulations from his well-wishers. Tianjian is even more enthusiastic than him. With his kingly future secured, everyone is flattering him non-stop and trying their best to get into his good books. Even those who didn't know what is going on would somehow have an idea that he would become an important figure of Qi. After Xiang Shaolong offered his congratulations to the King of Qi, he noticed Zhang Xunlong fighting for Tianjian's attention and sweet-talking him. Inversely, Tian Dan is standing at a side with a look of contempt on his face while chatting idly with Liu Bue and Guo Kai. He could not help but think of Xiao Pan again. Whoever that becomes king would certainly be corrupted by power and the flattery of officials, blinding himself to the truth in time to come. This kind of side effect has become the norm. Xiao Pan is visibly a changed man. How long can their mutual trusts last? Li Yuan's voice sounded beside his ear, Shaolong. Let's find a quiet place and have a chat. Xiang Shaolong laughed, is there a quiet place here? Do we need to walk a few miles? Li Yuan laughed along and pulled him towards the door of the platform. As they walked past a group of concubines, the various ladies were staring intensely at the two of them. Thinking of Lady Qingxiu and Shan Rou, Xiang Shaolong scanned their faces but did not manage to pinpoint the two ladies among them. Squeezing out of the overcrowded hall, the two men climbed to the top of Hunggong platform. There, palace maids are busying themselves by laying the tables as well as arranging delicious food and wine. It was a lively scene. Making their way to a corner of Hunggong platform that was far away from the throne where one can see the wilderness and horizon over and beyond the city walls, Li Yuan leaned on a railing under the bright illumination of lanterns, checking, when does Shaolong intend to return to Xianyang, are you open to traveling with little brother? Xiang Shaolong is unable to find any traces of hatred for him within his heart. He plainly answered, there is no need to trouble you. Traveling through Wei would be faster and sailing is much more comfortable. Li Yuan agreed, you can save half the traveling time, however, are there any security concerns? Xiang Shaolong responded, I will officially ask Xi to send a team to escort me home. Coupled with Zhang Xunlong's protection and arrangements, there shouldn't be a problem. Li Yuan kept probing, when do you plan to leave? Xiang Shaolong replied, I can only leave after the Qixia College performance, otherwise, it would be hard for me to put my mind at ease. Li Yuan suppressed his voice, tomorrow night, you must take extra precautions. I am confident that Shaolong would survive your duel with Grandmaster Cao. However, the people of Qi would not take this lying down. I have heard rumors saying that the extremists of Qixia are preparing to ambush you on the way back to the city should you emerge victorious from the fight. Why don't I fetch you personally? You can use a fire signal to communicate with me. Xiang Shaolong secretly praised his formidability. If he does not know that Li Yuan is Guo Kai's accomplice, it would be a miracle if he did not fall into their trap. From his sentences, he could also be testing Xiang Shaolong to see if he would slip away under the cover of the night. With such kind intentions, it would be illogical for him to refuse. Xiang Shaolong promptly agreed and indicated the fire signals that he would employ. He then intentionally brought up, when you are back at Shaochun, please send my regards to your wife and empress. A sensation of deep pain flashed past his eyes as Li Yuan suddenly grabbed Xiang Shaolong's shoulders, stammering, Shaolong. Xiang Shaolong was feeling agitated too, but he calmly wondered, yes. Extracting himself from his emotional state, Li Yuan loosened his grip and shook his head, lamenting, "Nothing." Thinking that we would soon be separated from each other and may even meet on the battlefield, fighting for our right to live, I could not help but feel exasperated. It is really nothing. Xiang Xiaolong sighed to himself. Han Chuang's laughter filled the air as he approached them. I didn't know Chancellor Li and Great General were hiding here. Xiaolong is truly remarkable, with the 3 famous courtesans taking turns to ask me where is our handsome friend. Little Marquis is so jealous I feel like committing suicide. If not for their enmity, Han Chuang would definitely make an excellent partying companion. Thinking that he should do his bit to stimulate the morale of the song and dance troupe, especially Dong Shuzhen who is taking center stage for the first time, Xiang Xiaolong inquired, "Where are they?" Arriving at the front of the 2 men, Han Chuang replied, "They are at the lowest platform, Siwei platform." "Shall little Marquis lead the way?" Xiang Xiaolong nodded, "I shall visit them and subsequently find an opportunity to leave early." Li Yuan understandingly agreed, "That's the way. Sufficient rest is crucial. Let us accompany you." Walking between the 2 men, Xiang Xiaolong took the chance to request, "Regardless of what happens between the various states, I hope that both gentlemen can grant me a favor, take good care of Shuzhen." Han Chuang sighed, "Relax. If we cannot even do something as simple as that, can we be considered human?" Xiang Xiaolong took his word for it. Stepping into Siwei platform, Xiang Xiaolong was stunned. Originally, a gigantic hall, it was partitioned by cloth into 3 areas and it is swarming with people. The sound of ladies giggling and teasing each other sounded continuously. Xiang Xiaolong suggested, "Let's part ways here. I wish to meet them alone." With a heavy expression on their faces, Li Yuan and Han Chuang held his hands as a form of goodbye. Li Yuan offered, "Let us escort you out of the city tomorrow." Xiang Xiaolong bitterly smiled, "I'll be fine. Lu Buwei and Second Prince have already informed me that they will be escorting me." Sitting alone in front of a bronze mirror, Feng Fei is receiving last-minute touching up of her makeup by little Ping'er and Yuniang. Xiang Xiaolong was moved by her beauty. He acknowledged, "No wonder First Mistress is able to head the 3 famous courtesans. With your beauty alone, it is more than enough to convince anyone that you are an angel from heaven." Feng Fei gave him a sweet smile but complained, "Without you appreciating at the side, being an angel is meaningless. After all, this is my last performance." The next second, she laughed, "Ignore my whining. Great General's duel tomorrow night is critical. Be a good boy and go to bed early tonight. Feng Fei will spend her whole day with you tomorrow." Keeping a lookout from the corner of his eye, Xiang Xiaolong noticed Zhu Zihuchen's personal maid little Ning'er making an excuse to get close to them. Confirming his suspicions that she plans to spy on their conversation, he intentionally declared, "After little brother's triumphant return, I shall accompany First Mistress to go sightseeing." Feng Fei happily agreed. Approaching Dong Shuzhen, Xiang Xiaolong inquired, "Are you feeling nervous?" Standing beside Dong Shuzhen, Zhu Zihuchen giggled, "Second Mistress dare not speak the entire day for fear of spoiling her vocal cords. What does Great General think about her nervousness?" Dong Shuzhen secretly gripped his hand tightly and leaned towards his ear, whispering, "The night after tomorrow, I shall accompany you to bed." Xiang Xiaolong left with a bitter smile. Touring one round within the partition, he observed that various troop members are highly spirited and do not require him to boost their morale. Feeling satisfied and fulfilled, he pushed aside a cloth partition in order to leave the area. Unexpectedly, he ran into Boss Jin, who consequently dragged him to meet Shi Sufang. Covered with a hooded cape, Shi Sufang is standing at one corner like a ghost, silently watching the other members of her troop completing their assigned tasks. She appeared to be isolated from the rest of them, and in the same context, no one dared to disturb her tranquility. Boss Jin whispered into Xiang Xiaolong's ear, "Since she was young, Sifang has always maintained her withdrawn character. Nevertheless, her talent cannot be denied. She cannot be bothered with anything, but the minute she learns something, she would easily surpass her teachers. In her whole lifetime, she only respects Feng Fei and no other. Xiang Xiaolong could imagine that she does not have any regards for talented Lady Ji too. Otherwise, why didn't she pay her a visit? Leading Xiang Xiaolong to Shi Sufang's side, Boss Jin softly called, "Sufang! Sufang! Great General is here to visit you." Hearing the Great General title, Shi Sufang's petite frame faintly shuddered and brilliance started to return to her hollow eyes. Turning her pretty head, she looked at the direction of Xiang Xiaolong. At this juncture, all her fellow courtesans and troop workers stopped what they were doing and gazed at Xiang Xiaolong with astonishment. When Boss Jin waved them off with a gesture, they unwilling continued their original work, such as applying makeup or tuning their musical instruments. Patting Xiang Xiaolong, Boss Jin remarked, "The two of you should have a good talk." Visibly annoyed with the intermittent peeping by the other troop members, Shi Sufang lightly invited, "Great General, please follow Sufang." Pulling a curtain behind her, it turned out to be a specially partitioned small area. The ground was covered by a mat and there are sitting cushions as well. A long bronze mirror and a rack full of costumes are present too. Both of them sat on the floor. Despite being surrounded by noise and the occasional tuning sounds from musical instruments, this enclosed area is surprisingly quiet and private. With her pitiful-looking and mesmerizing eyes slowing scanning Xiang Xiaolong, Shi Sufang then turned her gaze to a curtain by the side and plainly questioned, "Does Great General enjoy loneliness?" After careful consideration, Xiang Xiaolong gingerly answered, "Some of the time, I need my personal space and silence, which allows me to go into deep contemplation." With a melancholic tone, Shi Sufang inquired, "What do you contemplate about?" Xiang Xiaolong was thunderstruck. "There is no fixed thought. It depends on what are the matters that are troubling me." Shi Sufang nodded, "You are very frank. In fact, among all the men that Sufang has met, Great General's complete honesty and unhypocritical character is rare indeed. Most of them love to boast about their own achievements, as if they are afraid that I do not recognize them for their talents. It is truly disgusting." Shifting her gaze back to his face and looking at him in such a manner that Xiang Xiaolong can start to feel something for her, Shi Sufang divulged, "After our meeting at Xianyang, Great General has left a deep impression in Sufang's heart." At that time, Sufang was thinking, "Is Great General someone I can confide in?" Xiang Xiaolong cannot help but utter, "I heard Mr. Pu who is on good terms with Miss." Revealing bitter smile on her face, Shi Sufang lowered her gaze and calmly professed, "It is either A kill B or B kill A. Moreover, everyone has to die one day and become a star in the sky. What is there to be worried about?" Xiang Xiaolong quietly pondered on the meaning of her words and the negative connotation. For a period of time, he was dumbfounded. Shi Sufang seems to be mired in her self-created dreamy state that she can never hope to exit. In a gentle voice, she described, "Sufang's only desire is to simplify my life and does not wish to have too many people or circumstances involved. More often than not, the people and situations in life are but a fleeting moment. Although they truly exist, they remained meaningless to me. How I wish I can become a tree, slowly and quietly growing up all by myself in the wilderness. All I need is sunshine, rainwater, and soil." Xiang Xiaolong sighed, "No wonder Miss enjoys the theories of Zhuangzhou." Shi Sufang added, "And Li Er. For everything in life you can do with, you can also do without. A small state with an even smaller population, there is zero social interaction. What a thorough understanding of life! Fame and riches will only bring about inequality in society. The tussle between humans is never-ending. Great General, what are your views on this?" This is the first time Xiang Xiaolong has seen someone from this era who loves to be left alone and with an anti-progression and anti-human advancement mindset. In addition, this person happens to be a female. He nodded, "Presently, the situation is not that bad. With a massive increase in population and the grasslands transforming into cities, and the resources of nature are being consumed non-stop until they are lacking, on top of animals having nowhere to reside because of urbanization, that would be scary. Shi Sufang vividly shivered. Great General has more foresight than Sufang. Xiang Xiaolong exhaled with a breath. This development will certainly materialize itself. From the beginning of time, human intelligence has been sitting on the opposite fence of nature. We are unlike plants and animals who coexist peacefully with our environment. After some thought and displaying signs of unhappiness, Shi Sufang quizzed, "When does Great General intend to return to Qin?" Xiang Xiaolong answered, "Probably these few days." "Hey! I need to make a move too." Nodding her head slightly, Shi Sufang did not reply and sank into deep contemplation. Standing up, Xiang Xiaolong left as quietly as possible.